You don't need to empty your wallet to get that satisfying thock or premium typing feel. Today we're exposing the best budget mechanical keyboards that actually deliver, proving that top-tier performance can be surprisingly cheap. In this video, I'm walking you through the absolute best affordable mechanical keyboards available right now, ranking them from 7 down to my absolute #1 pick. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which board gives you the ultimate typing experience for your specific needs, and you might be shocked by how much value is packed into our top contender. Number 7. MageGee TS91. When you pull this keyboard out of the box, the first thing you notice is its surprisingly compact footprint, which is great if you are working with limited desk space. It sports a two-tone color scheme that tries to mimic the aesthetic of much more expensive custom keyboards, and from a distance, it almost pulls it off. The layout is functional, giving you access to the keys you need without taking up unnecessary room. However, once you actually start typing on the TS91, the illusion of a premium board begins to fade rather quickly. The switches, while technically mechanical, have a noticeable scratchiness to them that you feel on every single downstroke. I found that the actuation force felt a bit inconsistent across different keys, meaning your pinky fingers might have to work just as hard as your index fingers, which isn't ideal for long typing sessions or precise gaming. The lighting situation is another area where the budget nature of this board is very apparent. It features a backlit design, but it's restricted to a static rainbow pattern rather than true RGB, meaning you can't customize the colors to match your specific desk setup. The keycaps themselves are thin ABS plastic, which tend to shine and get incredibly slippery after just a few weeks of heavy use, and the printed legends aren't the sharpest I've ever seen. In terms of build quality, the entire chassis is constructed from a lightweight plastic that leaves a lot to be desired. When you type with any real force, there is a distinct hollow, echoing sound that reverberates through the case, accompanied by a metallic ping from the unlubed springs inside the switches. Number 6. Snpurdiri V900. This is an ultra-compact 60% keyboard, which means it completely ditches the number pad, the function row, and the arrow keys to give you the absolute maximum amount of mouse space on your desk. If you are a competitive gamer who plays with a very low mouse sensitivity, the sheer amount of real estate this board frees up is undeniably its biggest and most attractive selling point. Typing on the V900 is a mixed bag, to be completely honest with you. It comes equipped with red linear switches, which are intended to be smooth and quiet for intense gaming, but my testing revealed a pretty significant amount of stem wobble. When you rest your fingers on the home row, you can actually feel the keys shifting slightly from side to side, which makes the whole board feel a bit unstable during fast-paced gaming moments or rapid typing bursts. The aesthetic of the V900 is clean and minimalist, and it does feature backlighting to help you see the keys in a dark room. However, much like our number 7 pick, the lighting is not the most vibrant, and the keycaps feel incredibly thin under the fingertips. You can almost feel the texture of the plastic giving way to a smooth, greasy shine after only a short period of heavy use, which is a common hallmark of these ultra-budget boards. One of the biggest hurdles I faced with this keyboard was adapting to the 60% layout without the aid of good companion software or intuitive secondary layers. Because you don't have dedicated arrow keys, you have to memorize awkward key combinations just to navigate a text document or scroll through a web page. 5. Redragon K671. Redragon has been a staple in the budget peripheral market for years, and this keyboard shows exactly why they have maintained that rock-solid reputation. Right out of the box, the board feels substantially heavier and more rigid than our previous entries, offering a solid chassis that doesn't flex or bend even when you press down hard on the center of the deck. The typing experience here is where things really start to get interesting for budget enthusiasts. The K671 features hot swappable switch sockets, which is a massive feature to find at this price point. This means that if you ever get tired of the stock switches, or if one happens to die on you after millions of clicks, you can simply pull it out with a tool and snap a new one in without ever needing to touch a soldering iron. It future-proofs your investment wonderfully. During my testing, the stock switches felt surprisingly smooth, indicating at least some level of factory lubrication that removes the harsh, scratchy feeling found in cheaper alternatives. The double-shot keycaps are a massive upgrade as well. They have a pleasant, slightly textured feel that grips your fingertips comfortably. And because they are true double-shot plastic, you never have to worry about the lettering fading away or chipping off over time. Another huge plus for the K671 is the anti-ghosting technology and programmable features built right into the board. When you are deep into a gaming session and mashing multiple keys at once, this board registers every single input flawlessly. You also get access to Redragon software, allowing you to easily remap keys, set up complex macros, and play around with the RGB lighting to get your desk looking exactly the way you want it. Number 4. Aula H108. The standout feature here is undoubtedly its wireless capability, giving you the complete freedom to unclutter your desk from annoying, tangled cables. It connects flawlessly whether you are using the blazing fast 2.4 GHz dongle for zero latency gaming or standard Bluetooth for casual typing on your tablet or laptop. What truly elevates the H108 above the competition is its internal structure and mounting style. Aula has implemented a gasket-mounted design, which was previously unheard of in this specific budget tier. Instead of the circuit board being screwed directly into the hard plastic case, it is suspended between pieces of soft foam and silicone. This translates to a typing experience that is delightfully bouncy and cushioned, significantly reducing finger fatigue during long, demanding writing sessions. The acoustic profile of this keyboard is genuinely impressive straight out of the box. Thanks to the gasket structure and the multiple layers of sound-dampening foam tucked securely inside the case, every keystroke produces a deep, muted thud rather than a high-pitched plastic clack. It completely eliminates the hollow echo that plagues most budget boards, resulting in a sound profile that is incredibly satisfying and relaxing to the ear. Aesthetically, the Aula H108 looks and feels like a premium piece of hardware that should cost twice as much. The keycaps feature a beautiful, tasteful colorway that pops on any desk, and the backlighting shines brightly through the gaps, creating a really cozy atmosphere in a dark room. The battery life is also stellar. I was able to use it for over a week of heavy daily work and gaming with the lights on before even needing to think about plugging it in to charge. The Aula H108 is perfect for the modern desk setup, where versatility, clean aesthetics, and comfort are paramount. 3. Redragon K552. This keyboard is practically an institution at this point, universally renowned for being built like an absolute tank. Unlike the mostly plastic frames of the previous boards, the K552 features a heavy-duty metal alloy panel beneath the keys that gives it a rigid, almost indestructible feel. You could probably drop this off your desk multiple times, and it simply wouldn't miss a beat. The layout is a standard 10-keyless, or TKL, which strikes the absolute perfect balance between saving space and maintaining daily functionality. You lose the bulky number pad, but you keep your dedicated arrow keys and the full function row, which is essential for most productivity tasks and standard gaming setups. Typing on it feels incredibly secure. There is zero flex anywhere on the board, providing a rock-solid foundation for every single keystroke. When it comes to the switches, the K552 usually ships with Outemu blues or reds, and they deliver a very raw, traditional mechanical feel that many purists love. If you opt for the blues, be prepared for a loud, crisp, and tactile click that is incredibly satisfying if you are a heavy typist, though your coworkers or roommates might not agree. The keys have a nice, heavy spring weight to them that actively prevents accidental presses while you are gaming. The lighting on this board is bright, vibrant, and piercing in the absolute best way possible. Depending on the model you choose, you get either a striking crimson-red backlight or full RGB, and it reflects beautifully off that metal backplate. The keycaps are standard ABS, but they are surprisingly thick, giving each press a solid, chunky sound profile that many traditional mechanical keyboard fans absolutely love to hear. Number 2. RK Royal KLUDGE R65. Royal KLUDGE has been consistently dominating the entry-level enthusiast market, and the R65 is an absolute masterclass in offering premium features at a budget price. This is a 65% layout, meaning it is beautifully compact like a 60% board, but it smartly retains the dedicated arrow keys and a few navigation keys, completely solving the biggest headache of smaller keyboards. The standout physical feature of the R65 is the incredibly satisfying aluminum volume knob located conveniently in the top right corner. Having tactile, immediate control over your system audio without needing to use a confusing function layer or click through windows is a massive quality of life upgrade. The board itself has a surprisingly hefty weight to it, sitting firmly on your desk mat without any unwanted sliding during intense gaming moments. Typing on the RK R65 is nothing short of a joy, offering an experience that rivals custom builds. It utilizes a sophisticated gasket-mounted design paired with heavily lubricated custom switches right from the factory. The result is a buttery smooth key press with zero scratchiness, culminating in a deep, highly sought-after thock sound when the key bottoms out. It feels and sounds exactly like a keyboard that you spent hours modifying yourself, but it comes that way right out of the box. Customization is another massive strong suit for this incredibly versatile board. It features full hot swappable sockets that are compatible with almost any 3 or 5 pin switch on the market, allowing you to tailor the feel exactly to your liking down the road. The RGB lighting is highly customizable through their intuitive software, and the included keycaps are thick PBT plastic, meaning they will never shine or wear down, keeping that premium matte finish for years. Number 1. SOLAKAKA A99 Pro. This keyboard is a massive revelation in the budget space, primarily because it offers a highly coveted 99-key layout. It miraculously manages to pack in a full number pad, dedicated arrow keys, and all your essential functions into a footprint that is barely larger than a standard tenkeyless board. For anyone who needs to crunch numbers for work but still wants a compact gaming setup at night, this layout is absolute perfection. The typing experience on the A99 Pro is, without any exaggeration, phenomenal from the very first keystroke. It features a highly refined gasket structure packed to the brim with multiple layers of silicone and pour-on foam dampening. When you press a key, the entire plate flexes beautifully, absorbing the harsh impact and completely eliminating any sort of finger fatigue. It is a soft, luxurious typing feel that directly and confidently rivals keyboards that cost 3 or 4 times as much. Acoustically, this board is a masterpiece straight out of the packaging, requiring absolutely zero modifications to sound incredible. It comes loaded with expertly pre-lubricated linear switches and perfectly tuned stabilizers right from the factory line. There is absolutely zero rattle on the spacebar, enter, or backspace keys. Every single keystroke yields a deep, creamy, and resonant thock that will actively make you want to find excuses just to type out long emails or essays. To top it all off, the A99 Pro is a tri-mode wireless powerhouse that adapts to any setup you throw at it. You can seamlessly switch between a 2.4 GHz wireless connection for zero latency competitive gaming, Bluetooth for your mobile devices and tablets, or a standard wired Type-C connection to charge its massive internal battery.